Hey people, it's Mr. Pen. I'm doing this art challenge here called 100 Days of Comics. I know this is something I don't normally post, considering I'm mainly a music channel, and I don't usually record myself speaking, so if there's some apprehension in my voice, that's because I'm not used to this yet. So, about the challenge itself. What it essentially entails is working on my comic for about 30 minutes a day for 100 days. I figured this is actually pretty good for me for two reasons. One being on days that I'm scheduled to be busy on, I can do the bare minimum, and on days where I'm free, I can mostly limit myself to 30-ish minutes to avoid burnout. Because I've noticed something I have a very bad tendency to do is burn myself out when I get hyper-fixated on a project. I was inspired by my friend Ekko to do it, and she's been doing the challenge herself. She's also been pushing me to actually start working on my own comic for about a month or two. A link to her is in the top corner and in the description, and also link to her comic Princesitting. It's really, really cute. Now to talk about my comic that I'm producing. It's called Love Studies. As the name would imply, it's a romance comic, and it's about a group of characters and their troubles with love. It's set in a university/college where most of the main cast are actually faculty. So far, I have introduced Emil and Octavia, two art professors and long-time friends. I'm going to try my best to not reveal as much as I probably should about the comic here, because it's going to be revealed slowly and gradually, but most of the main cast is probably going to be introduced in the first chapter, either directly or indirectly. But what I will say is, at the moment, the story will be focused on Emil and his search for what is beauty and love. The comic's going to be updated on the 15th and the 30th of every month, with the minimum of about 2 pages each post, but it could be more depending if I have a big backlog and if any more, pages are required to kind of get the story across, or if it feels too abrupt to stop it on that page. I've actually posted the first 2 pages on my Instagram and on Webtoons as well. Check out the comic in the link in the description. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, 100 days, which is roughly about 14 to 15 weeks. I'll be posting a video every week talking about my process and topics that I'd like to talk about. But if anybody has suggestions on topics that they'd like to hear me talk about or discuss, comment below. I read all my comments, and I will try my best to reply to any questions in the comments or even in my next video. I'd love to hear from you guys. So until next week, see ya!